So if not, go find me on the new live, please. Don't lose me. Okay. Is this one still going? Are you guys still there? Okay. Great channel name. Oh, yeah, Crew County. Yeah. The room was full. It was. At least we had a good crowd. So if you have not already, switch over to the new stream. I'm starting a new live. Oops, a new live. It is titled Media Bias. Let's talk yesterday's coverage. But I like that better. Maybe I'll go, quick remind me, I'll go back afterwards and change that. Oh, Media Mayhem? Yeah, I think that's a better name for that too. Okay, close this. All right, so is everybody finding the new one? Hey, Wyoming, you found it. Yay. Yay. So I'm switching over from a live that I was just doing. Okay, good. French, you made it too. Good. Make sure. So again, if you're still on this one, switch over to the other live. It's titled Media Bias. Let's talk yesterday's coverage. Well, let me change the name of it. Oh, will. Okay, Media Mayhem. I'm going to be my usual perfectionist self, and I'm going to change the title. Media Mayhem. I mean, I think it should let me. I need to work on my descriptions too. Because it only has the link to StreamYard. Should have Media Mayhem. All right, so did everybody, sorry, it's saving my changes. Let's make sure it goes through, okay? Good. Oh, you like the sound better on the laptop? Okay, good to know. Thank you for the feedback. What happened yesterday in terms of business? Yes, we can discuss that. Was the news media outside the hospital? Lady Luck Club, that is the sad thing. There was nobody there. Now, maybe there were media there earlier. I don't know, but no. We get no, hey, Diana, good. We get no coverage. Harvey gets no or very little coverage, or this is what we're going to discuss tonight. Now, you all can tell me your opinion, but this is my, hey, Laura, you made it. Okay. So again, if you have not transitioned, I'm going to be ending this one shortly. So make sure you transition to the new live. Okay. Oh, we were talking about the coverage. I'm not going to say it yet. Let me bring this up first. Okay. Oops, not that folder. I'm just digging in my folders to get the links here. Thank you to Alondra and Michael, my fabulous Harvey Historical Society interns. They worked on some things today. Putting some links on here. Yesterday we see CBS. I think they were all there yesterday. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she labeled 3 reports for me. I think I watched the CBS News one. Maybe we'll start with the WGN. All right, so I'm going to end this one, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, my link. Come on, link. Okay, this was last night. I think there should be video. Okay, I think the video is loading. Hey, Wyoming, I missed you guys. Anthony McCaskill is running for mayor. I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, I apologize. I guess my computer's a little old. So maybe one of these days, that's what I can do. I can take up I'll ask for donations for a new computer or something. But if I do that, like I'm all about showing the receipts. I don't want to become a televangelist. Now, there was some disappointing news from one of our residents. Apparently, Regina is investigating some of the horrible, treatment of the residents. There was someone who was ticketed. And this is not true because the resident was so disruptive, it came to a halt. Now, there's no proof of that. If you look at the video of the meeting, like it didn't happen. That's not what happened at all. So they lied to Regina. Yeah, so that was one of the residents that was ticketed $500. $500. Okay, thank you, Boo Boo. Laura says, I used to be one of Conscious subscribers. Most of them, stop. Most of them just don't like Jed. He has done some super shitty. Yeah, well, you know what? My policy is I just wanted to talk to people, anybody who wants to help Harvey, who wants to help, bring justice and hold people accountable that are doing horrible things. So yeah, I'm like, I'll work with different people. I try to stay out of like if people have other arguments or things that are not involving me, So that's why, yeah, when Jeb was like, well, I'm not happy because you're talking to this person, but I'm sorry, I can't work that way. It's not like junior high. I can't keep track of like who people want me to talk to or not talk to. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's sort of, it's sad that they lied to Regina about this residence ticket, but I guess it's good in that we know they're definitely lying. If we had 3.5% of the population of Harvey, 700 people, you could turn the city around. That's true. I agree. This is very true. Why did I go on my phone? Oh yeah, I wanted to share the link for the new for this YouTube. You're live. Hey, welcome back. He's a very dividing person. No one should have to choose a side. Right, right. That's how I feel. Because I remember Lady Luck. I know something. Conscious mentioned something where she was upset with you about something, but hey, it's okay. It happens. Not everybody gets along. People do things they may not like. My hope is people make up and they eventually get along again or whatever. But I don't want to. No one should feel like they're walking on eggshells. That's not, especially when we're doing this activism work. Like the goal is to be honest, transparent, ethical, and to help people. And we don't want to be involving ourselves in unnecessary, messy drama, because that's not going to help get our mission done to help people. Not that I, and welcome back, Brooke. Not that I would ever, I'm not belittling anyone's arguments or frustrations at all, but it's just, who my role model is in that actually is Burgundy Blue. Burgundy, I wonder why she's not with us tonight. But I remember we had oh yeah, Jed loves the drama, right. That's one of the things I want to bring up tonight. But Burgundy was, I was talking with her about something, and what I really appreciated, and I agree with her. I don't know. I just mentioned some other YouTuber in passing or some other person. She was like, "Yeah, this person said that about me, which really wasn't true, and that wasn't nice." But I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." But she's like, "But no, like, work with that person. Like, if they're gonna help you in Harvey, like, by all means, go ahead. It's nothing. It's not like she doesn't take it personally." Now that's how we all should be. That's how we all should be. So thank you, Burgundy, for that. I thought that was very mature. Very mature. There's a strawberry moon tonight. All right, well, we'll go outside and see if this is a strawberry moon. Gotta have thick skin. I just stay focused on the important facts and the residents. Right. And that's why I always say, like, when Jeb was like, "Oh, I'm upset you talked to Conscious," that's okay. You can be upset. It happens. Remember, in a true democracy, we don't want a dictatorship. We're not trying to make everybody agree, and we're never going to make everybody happy. That's okay. Like, people will always be arguing. We're going to have different viewpoints. Yeah, I'm going to go check. I'm going to check it out to see if there's really that red moon out there. How do I show my silly? There we go. There's the live. Okay. I want to do share. Copy link. Then I'm going to go to come on, Harvey peeps. Where are you? Where are yous? Oh, here it is. Okay. Good. The moon is awesome. The red moon. Well said. He can't be non-biased. I do not have thick skin. Yeah. No, I feel you, Laura. Don't worry. I get my feelings hurt too, because honestly, I'm just the kind of person where I want everyone to get along, and it really bugs me when people don't. So I do try to have thicker skin because I know that that's not always possible. But I feel you there. I feel you there, Laura. All right, so now I'm just waiting for this video to load. Hopefully it doesn't make my computer freeze up like it did last night. I don't think that was gunshots. Oh, what? Wait, a polyview? What's that? Having a poly... France. All right, can you guys hear and see me? Can you hear and see me? Let me know in the comments if you can hear and see me. You better stop. Sorry, this dog is... I don't know what he's doing. Now I gotta turn my flashlight on to see what kind of trouble he's getting into. It's probably a squirrel. What do you bet? It's a squirrel. Hey, what are you doing, mister? What are you up to? Stop. No, no, no. Whatever it is, get out of there. No. Stop. Sorry. Nope. Get down. Get down. Down. Let it be. Let it be. Okay, thank you, friends. Yeah. All right, I'm outside, but you know what? I don't... You guys, the moon looks pretty, but it doesn't look red to me. Is it really supposed to be red? It doesn't look particularly red. I don't know. It is pretty though. Look at this stuff. Look. Wait, can you guys see him? I think he hears or sees something. Look at him. Look. Get out of there. You better get down. Get down. There's probably an animal that got trapped in there. Come on. Come inside. No. 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 Come on. Let's go. Go inside. Go inside. We're going inside. Go. Go. Go inside. You know these doggies. Oh, is that what it is, Laura? I probably just missed it, like time-wise, huh? Yeah. Okay, now let's try to play the video. Please, computer, or please, WGN site, whatever is causing it to slow down, please work properly. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what it is with the news site. This happened last night too. It's like StreamYard doesn't like the news sites or something. It's going crazy. That's really weird. It doesn't happen with my regular videos. But yeah, I was just saying I missed the moon. You should move more often. Yes, he was a stray, Laura. He was a stray that I took. Well, one of the neighbors found him, and then I ran into him, and then I said, let me try. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi because I'm really close to my browser. Okay, so shall we try this one more time? I do apologize. It's so weird. I don't know what is happening. Like it will not let me share WGN's clip. You think it's YouTube, Laura? Yeah, I don't know. It's driving me nuts. I'm so sorry. Magic? What? What's magic? You better come in here. Come inside. Oh Lord, he's probably trying to eat like a trapped squirrel or something, you know? Oh, someone just sent me some pictures from earlier. That must have been around the time when the car first got there earlier, yeah. Okay, how could we do that? Well, I guess, wait, what if I played it on my phone? Could you guys do that? It's kind of, I'm sorry, that's kind of like ghetto, but can handle the traffic. Is there something going on tonight on YouTube that I don't know about? All right, I apologize. It's gonna be a little ghetto like solution, but I'll just share it from my phone. You know, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Because I know it should play absolutely fine on my phone.
City Council for a Harvey alderwoman since being hit with a felony charge.
Okay. Oh, an ad, of course.
For 45 years, we welcome guests to Maui Shores with aloha.
Well, at least
Now,
this is
it's
playing
your
the
turn to celebrate
WGN
with us.
website,
Book our
so that's a
anniversary
good
offer
start.
At Hyatt Regency Maui Resort and Spa by July.
No, thank you. I do not want to go to Maui. I'm sorry, Laura. Now it's playing the ad. This is going to test my patience.
WGN's Brona Tumulty joining us
There we
now
go.
from Harvey with details. Hi, Brona.
Good evening, guys. Some heated words during public comment, but no major fireworks tonight following the most recent arrest of Alderwoman Colby Chapman. And no charges have stuck thus far, and she feels the latest one levied against her won't either.
When the state's attorney's office has an opportunity to make full review of the entirety of what occurred on Monday, April the 28th, I think that they'll make a good decision favorable. And I'm very hopeful favorable for myself.
Colby Chapman confident her current felony charge of aggravated battery against a police officer may be dismissed. The second ward alder of Harvey speaking with us ahead of her first council meeting since that charge was filed against her.
And this is my fourth time arrested, third time jailed, third time my mother was jailed.
It all stems from April 28th and a heated exchange in council chambers.
Please do not allow the disruption. We are not going to disrupt this.
Mayor Christopher Clark then requesting the removal of Chapman.
Please escort the second ward alderwoman from the council chambers. Thank you.
Don't touch myself.
Of the mayor and was initially facing misdemeanor charges, since dropped, for which Colby says no reason was given.
I have not, and I'll defer to my attorney Hamlin on that.
Tonight, several members of the public speaking in her defense and against the current administration.
Who is advising you on to do these things? It's not about winning. It's about what's right and what's wrong.
Others saying they'll throw support behind her in her 2027 mayoral bid.
This town is not being ran properly. It's a cash fund for a cash cow for a bunch of people who want to play the game and abuse the citizens.
We have reached out to the mayor's office tonight for comment. We're still waiting to hear back. The alderwoman, meanwhile, is due in court in a couple of weeks. Live in Harvey, Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
All right, so that's one. Yeah, I apologize for that, but hey, at least we figured out a way to make it work, right? All right, so that was that. That was one piece of media coverage. Now I want us to look at something crazy happening in Chicago. Yeah, I heard about like some car ran into a crowd or something. So that was WGN, okay? Now, let's look at ABC 7. Let's see what their coverage was like.
Hello there. I'm Ryan Reynolds, and I'm here for...
Okay, come on, ad. Finish
Four
up.
arrests and now felony charges, Alderwoman Colby Chapman says she is still pressing forward in serving her community and has her supporters to thank.
I'm exceedingly thankful for being a part of a community that does not feel that they need to be weighed down by the instances that have occurred.
Tonight, the second ward alderwoman back at City Hall after last week's arrest and felony charges brought against her. The charges stem from the April 28th Harvey City Council meeting when Chapman is seen pushing away a police officer's arm and then pulling away when he grabs her wrist to remove her from the meeting for being disruptive. This video provided by the city of Harvey. Chapman was initially charged with misdemeanor disorderly conduct, battery to a police officer, and resisting arrest, charges that were dropped last Wednesday.
I am sick and tired of you all arresting Colby Chapman.
Her supporters among the crowd at tonight's meeting.
It's not about winning. It's about what's right and what's wrong.
Chapman saying her arrest came the day she announced her candidacy for mayor, calling what happened political persecution. Mayor Christopher Clark denied any political motivation behind the charges, noting the decision was made by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office.
The simple fact is, and that it's a distraction from the fact that she hit a police officer. There's certain standards that you have to have for yourself when you're representing the public. And when you're an officer of the court, you do not hit police officers.
Alderwoman Chapman claiming she did not hit the officer. The mayor saying her recent arrest was procedural.
I just wish that the people would, first of all, allow the process to play itself out instead of making, a prejudiced decision before we even find out what the facts are.
It absolutely did not feel procedural. You'll even notice not every officer even put their hands on me. And so we have to really think, what are our SOPs, our standard operating procedures? What boundaries will we not cross?
Pixar brings you the most original
Oh,
movie.
was that it?
Elio.
Oh my god, they're doing ads during news clips now? What in the...
What's wrong with you?
Disney Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
Yeah, Sherlyn, demonstrators have been taking to the streets for hours with a rally that started
that's
here.
it. That was it. So that was ABC. Brian just watched Jed's interview with the mayor. I'll tell you that. Oh, yeah, Laura, I know. I called in during the interview. Remember? I was like, towards the end. And then I watched the whole thing. But yeah, he's great. He's a little cry. Or very cray. So that was... Okay, that was those two networks. And now... let's watch a little bit of Charlie... what's his name? DeMar? His coverage from yesterday.
Back up in Harvey tonight, city leaders met for the first time since an alderwoman was arrested claiming retaliation
This is
from the mayor.
CBS.
The charges keep getting dropped, but the finger pointing continues. Our Charlie DeMar is always investigating. Live for us in Harvey tonight. Charlie? And Joe, this all stems from a city council meeting back in April. Alderman Colby Chapman, she was removed from that meeting and then later charged with a series of misdemeanors. Those charges were then dropped by the Cook County State's Attorney, but now she is facing a felony from that same April encounter. Colby Chapman was back at Harvey City Hall.
Our city needs men who lead with integrity, love, and courage.
Late last week, the second ward alderman turned herself in to Harvey police on a felony charge.
Don't touch my stuff.
In April, Mayor Christopher Clark said Chapman was disruptive at least 3 times and asked the city council to censure and then remove her. Chapman was charged with misdemeanors for this encounter with officers. The charges were dropped late last week by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, but a day later, the state's attorney approved a new felony charge against her for aggravated battery to a police officer for the same April incident.
And this is my 4th time arrested, 3rd time jail.
Chapman has been arrested before for incidents at City Hall. The charges have later been dismissed. Chapman is a critic of Mayor Clark and says she believes the mayor has unfairly targeted her. Clark denies any allegations of political retribution.
When the state's attorney's office has an opportunity to make full review of the entirety of what occurred on Monday, April the 28th, I think that they'll make a good decision favorable.
Back inside City Hall, some residents came to the defense of Chapman, while some fellow aldermen accused Chapman of grandstanding.
You should be ashamed of yourself as a black man who politically indicts a black female.
This is not the way that you run a city.
Mayor Clark says the video speaks for itself and shows Alderman Chapman striking a police officer, adding that the charges should send a clear message that no one is above the law.
For the next 6 months through the end of 2025, I'm hopeful that there will be no more arrests.
The same day Chapman turned herself into police, she also announced her candidacy for mayor here in Harvey. Chapman says she also has filed a civil lawsuit against Mayor Clark. We are live in Harvey. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Chicago. Joe?
Charlie, thanks for the update.
All right, so that was
Shorter lines and
that was 3 of the major networks. I think that was most of the coverage we got. There was WGN, CBS, and ABC7's coverage of last night. What's interesting is, wait, let's see, was this the one? Who were we missing? NBC5. Am I seeing some tendency? You were saying play dirty, French. Oh, were you talking about Clark's playing dirty? Because he does. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I seeing some tendency. Well, Laura, I think you just, yeah, you could be onto something there. Who the lawyer for Harvey? Harvey uses for the most part, they use a firm called Ansel Glink. They are the firm that is connected to the Speaker of the House, Chris Welch, who also was by far Clark's biggest donor for his last election. That's interesting, though. I didn't. Maybe let me glance. I'll glance on my phone to see if I find anything on NBC5. But I thought NBC5 might have done something. That's weird. You didn't notice this till just then. I know they're. Oh yeah, the car's driving something towards protesters. There's protests downtown. But I wanted to see if there was anything. Let's see if there was anything on Harvey from NBC5. Okay. Anyway, while I look for that, I want to play a little bit of the press conference that I scheduled, and we all, that explains a lot. Yeah. We all agreed on, all the Harvey people. And I said, hey guys, let's do another press conference like we did last week before Colby's arrest. And I sent something out that basically, sorry, let me see. I think I can pull that up for you too really quickly. I'll show you. I want to show you the press release I sent out. And then you just saw the media coverage, right? And I want to see if you notice the difference, okay? Now give me a second, it's opening. Look on my face. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let's see if StreamYard will let me do this now without having a fit. Without having a fit. Where is it? Why is it not showing up? Yeah, LLC. I wonder if LLC, I wonder what she would say about that. Whoop, 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 whoop. There it is. Okay. So again, this is the press release that I wrote up. And Colby spoke, and I think everybody in Harvey was on board with it. But I just want to show you that. I want to read this with you and compare this to the media coverage that you saw yesterday. Okay. So this was for yesterday. For immediate release. Just in time for Pride Month, the mayor of Harvey is endangering the life of a gay resident who's also a frequent critic of the mayor by falsely accusing him of abusing children. And then I posted the clip where you could see the video where he did that. This follows a pattern of bullying by public officials in Harvey and in the Southland towards anyone who demands transparency and accountability. I mentioned about residents being ticketed, escorted out of meetings, Alderwoman Chapman being arrested, extortion of businesses and churches, etc. Mayor Clark and his allies will continue to target and harass the LGBT community, Latinos, women, the elderly, and the most vulnerable among us to try to silence our voices, says, and I quoted, that was from me, "We won't be bullied into submission. Speak up. Your silence will not protect you." That was supposed to be the frickin' theme of the press conference, not man versus woman, Colby versus the mayor. It's Dalton in the township all over again, people. We're not actually concerned about fixing the problem. We just want to cover drama. Members of the press and the public are encouraged to attend the press conference and stay for the city council meeting immediately following. Okay. And then there was this lovely, it's okay, boo-boo. I wasn't yelling at you. Then there was this lovely, I gave, the contact information. It was for me. The P-Flag Tinley Park put together this lovely little thing called to support City of Harvey board meeting, June 9th, 6 p.m. for the press conference. Wear your rainbow wear. It was good. Did you see any freaking thing about that press release in our press conference in the mainstream media reports? Anything? Anything about bullying in Harvey in general? In the South End in general, how this is a systemic problem, how during Pride Month, gay people and LGBT people in Harvey are being harassed? Anything? Bueller, whatever that guy used to say in that movie. So I'm very upset, and it reminds me of how important the YouTubers are, how it's really important what we do, because like I said, if you can't see it, open your eyes and feel free. It's a free country. You can disagree with me. In my view, this is Dalton and Thornton Township happening all over again. The media are very myopic. They want money, they want views, they want ratings, okay? So they're not coming to try to say, well, what is the problem in the first place, and how can we fix it? They're trying to say, oh, drama between men and women, this. Yeah, it is a lot of drama. Yeah, it's horrible. Colby's been arrested 4 times and harassed, but what's really going on? Ask the bigger questions. This is a regional problem. There are people higher up in the state, in the county, that are supporting leaders like Tiffany, like Clark, like the people that took over for Tiffany. Hello. Did the media ever ask about them? Did they ever cover them? No. Smokescreen. Exactly. It's just more drama, and it really, really pisses me off. It just really pisses me off. And I think one of the YouTubers even caught it in some of their coverage. Let me see if it'll allow me to do YouTube, because you know how that goes. We'll see. Well, first, I'm sorry, before I do that, let me play a little snippet of the actual press conference, okay? Because we had a pretty good turnout. It's not that I was totally displeased with it. Okay, I'll show you a little bit of that. Come on. There you go. Oops. Come on. Okay, and then I introduced myself, and had people with their signs. It was cute. Please, etc., etc. We asked them to show us how they're spending our money. What happens? They arrest us, they ticket us, they send our own police to harass us. You might have seen my alderwoman on TV again last week. You know what happened to her? What happened to her for the 4th time? She was arrested. And she didn't do anything wrong, right? She was just trying to do her job, just advocating for the residents. I was arrested last year for recording a public meeting. Now, however, on April 28th, they took it to a new level. During a city council meeting, Mayor Clark committed an even worse crime. He publicly and falsely alleged that I had used a child when I was a teacher at the high school. Our Latino, our Indian, our other all sorts of abused children. Let me say that again. No one else. He's arrested us. He's ticketed us. He's done all sorts of things. But I'm the only one, and I happen to be openly gay, that he has publicly accused of a sexual crime against children. Why, I ask. Suicide and homelessness rates are much higher for LGBT people of color than for the rest of the population. You know that? So why do we have a mayor falsely accusing a gay man of sexual crime? Actually, I have another question for you. Why do we have Alderman Tyrone Rogers, who has been charged repeatedly with violent sexual crimes? Let me say it again. Violent sexual crimes. And this is not rumor. Google it. He has been charged, okay?
Yeah.
Not allegedly. He has been charged. Go Google it. So why is he laughing at the mayor's remarks about me? Why is the Alderwoman Delaney Smith, yes, I'm naming names, because this is what happens when you come after me. Alderwoman Delaney Smith, you work for Illinois Children and Family Services. I'll say it again. Alderwoman Delaney Smith.
I talked about Delaney, and but it was good. Like I said, we had a pretty good turnout, and Colby shared a little bit as well. Let me see. I'm just a little bit of Colby sharing. There's Diana. Hey, Diana. I don't know if she's with us now. But
So I stand here and I'm thankful to stand with these residents and thankful to stand with Brian as he boldly steps out on this advocacy and standing for what's right, because this community is for all people. So whatever's good for America must be great for the city of Harvey. I said whatever's good for America must be also great for the city of Harvey.
no disrespect, she'll excuse. Well, Colby is paused.
That is my Alderwoman. She has really been treated horribly.
He is tall. And then Mazurk spoke a little bit. Mazurk is very passionate. Love it. And his sign says, you know, Fed, state, something, county. Why do you not hear our complaints? We said we stand up to bullies. Mayor Clark's a homophobe and a liar. This is one of the residents who was pushed out of her house. This resident was ticketed for talking during the meeting. This gentleman made public comment yesterday as well.
Has been kicked to the curb. And the sad part about all this is he's an attorney, and then we have a law firm that's working for us who stand by idly and let him do these things to us.
So it was, I thought it was a really positive press conference, you know, so we finished up, and then I wanted to allow, because I saw some of the other cameras kind of, wait, hold on. She's bigger than the officer who arrested her. Yeah, she's tall. She's a tall lady. Yes, very elegant, tall. D-Love is snapping in that cute outfit. Oh, hey, Burgundy, you're here. I complimented you earlier. Yeah, Diana, are you here right now to hear the compliments? Look at this. She is just tall. I would love her in a fashion show. Yeah, right? I was going to say, yeah, usually you guys like tall and slim. Thanks, Burgundy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I like, it's a lot of work. You were just adorable, that hat and shoes. Oh, thank you. So the theme was rainbow. You saw the press release, but this is my problem, and I'm glad Burgundy's on, because you see how I planned the freaking press conference, and I'm not saying because it's all about me, but the whole thing is like, we wanted to have a united Harvey message and a united South End message to say, you know, that whether it's Colby being arrested or the disgusting sexual allegations against me, or the residents being fined, or the woman being mauled, or all the fires, whatever, the whole thing, not only in Harvey, but in the Southland, officials bully residents. Police bully residents, right? And we see it as a national theme too, but we're trying to get that out there that we're against this bullying. We want people to come out, come to the meetings, don't be afraid, speak up, because we're going to beat this thing together. And I put together the whole little like I said, the flyer and the Q press release and the P flag groups, send people and then, but you notice then the news coverage. Let's just go back to Tiffany and Burgundy. You know this too with Dalton and the township, but especially with Dalton. We don't want to get into the depth of things. We don't want to ask why the system's broken. We don't want to tell people how they can fix it or even explore answers. We just want to say like, oh, Christopher said this and this and this. Oh, and it's so rude what he did to Colby with this and this and this. And then it's like more drama, but it's like, okay, yeah, but we don't want more drama. We don't want Colby arrested again. I don't want to be accused of violent sexual crimes against children that I didn't do again. Like, let's get better coverage of what's going on. So I'm really, really passionate about this, and I was really, really pissed yesterday. And let me see. That's what I was going to say. Let me pull up. Actually, I think it was... Yeah, let me see if it'll let me open YouTube without going crazy. What's Vivian's... Yes, just drama and not the root or completion. Thank you, Burgundy. I wish you could come on right now because I'm so pissed about this. I was going to call you about this today too, but I kind of just ran out of time. And I was going to call you though and talk and vent to you about it because I know you would understand. It's nothing against anybody. Like, it's not saying that and it's not saying like that we don't want Colby versus Clark to be covered. Like, yeah, but what did we see in Dalton in the township? We saw, oh my God, Tiffany sneezed the wrong way and called this person and this and this and this. No, Burgundy lives in Dalton. She can tell you. She was asking questions that needed to be answered that still are unanswered. These questions are still unanswered about where's the money going? Who put Tiffany in place? Who supported her? So who and wait, are those same people the ones that support the people that are now in office, or who are the puppeteers still up there at the state and the county level? These are the critical questions. This is why we must have Burgundy and myself and Diana and anybody and everybody who wants to help look into these problems, or we will not solve these issues in our communities. If we allow the for-profit media to come in, sometimes they have some great stories, and I'm not even saying that they do not want to answer for sure. Right. We don't care about answer. We don't care about fixing. If anything, they want more drama. They want Dalton, the township, they want more problems, right? Because that means more drama, more views, more money for them. Great job, Brian. Thanks, Wyoming. Is that what we want for our communities? Do we just want drama? Like, yes, we're grateful for the media coverage. That's awesome. We're glad they're talking about Harvey. And it's nothing personal against the anchors either. I understand a lot of times, okay, their bosses are pressing them and they already have the story. They already know the story they're going to do before they come, But it was just it was very disrespectful and rude to the press conference that I put together and I organized, and we had a united voice. We had people, more views than local Emmy Awards, right? No solutions for the community, but you get, views, local Emmy Awards, money from ratings. Nothing has been solved in Dalton. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, Burgundy. And then when you have people like Burgundy and me and others that we're actually trying to ask the hard questions and we're trying to propose real solutions and get people to come out and get involved, then did you see the I haven't seen any coverage in the networks last night of the whole freaking press conference. They just ignored our press conference, and they got a few words from Colby, and then some of them got a few words from Clark, and that was it. And they were there the whole time in Harvey, and they even watched the meeting, and they the Furious Five. What's that? I don't know what that is. And they even covered our meeting. And did you notice they only picked out the public comments that supported the narrative of this is drama between one man and one woman. Ooh, look at the chemistry. Look at the friction. Ooh, are they going to get together? Are they going to, continue fighting? It's like we're back into just basic junior high gossip and not actual serious journalism. And like, how are you going to totally ignore the thank you, Burgundy? How are you going to ignore all the LGBT, what happened to me, which is horrible? And it's Pride Month, like the LGBT community. I just covered this fashion show on Saturday, and I said this in my public comments, which they didn't share in the network reports, but I just covered a fashion show where you had these awesome youth, many of them in the LGBT community, and they're doing all this stuff. There were only like, there was a very small amount of people there. Some of the families didn't even show up. And but then at the same time, it's like, well, gee, you wonder why people in the LGBT community or anybody that's different doesn't want to speak up or doesn't want to stand out, because look at how our politicians bully people. Look at how I got bullied for, for being gay, and then you get accused of sexually abusing children. To me, how can you not cover that story? Come on, guys. Even if you're fake media that like really hates gay people, but you at least it's Pride Month, like pretend to kiss our butt. Disappointing. Very disappointing. What's Vivian's channel's name? And then they were looking at me yesterday like I had 3 heads. I can't remember. Hold on, I got to look in the text to see. So when I was trying to speak with some of the Harvey World Herald. Yes. And you know what? They Amina, I don't know if you saw her in the video, but Amina was one of the journalists with the Harvey World Herald, and she did a great job. She is a member of the LGBT community. And thank you, your favorite survivor. That's it. Thank you. And she's with the Harvey World Herald, and she took the time to interview me. Bless her heart. If we didn't have the YouTubers, if we didn't have the Harvey World Herald, the Lansing Journal, some of these local papers, the HF Chronicle, I mean, it's just what gets passed off as good media coverage these days is just, I'm sorry, it's not cutting it. It's not cutting it. They're barely scratching the surface, and they're looking for drama. They're not really looking for the root of problems. They're not looking for, they're ignoring a lot of legitimate local stories, and they're trying to just say, hey, what can we whip into a good dramatic story to get views, to get money, end of story, and then we're out. We pop in, get what we already preconceived in our heads, and then we're out. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry if you can't stay. I know it is a little late. Thank you so much. All right, let me see. I wanted to your favorite. Also, I wanted to thank Martin G for coming out last night. He did a great job. I wanted to play a little bit of his coverage just to show you. Let's see if she caught the end of it. Media was talking to Colby. So what they did is they, we had our press conference behind City Hall, right? And then I remember, like, as we were setting up and we were about to start, someone's like, oh, there's some news media in the front. And so I sent someone, I said, oh, could you tell them we're in the back? So they did. And then ABC7 calls and says, oh, yeah, well, we want to get out there, but, we're still interviewing the mayor. Can you wait? So we were waiting. We waited for a while, but then people were like, you need to start this press conference because it's going to be time to go in, sign up for public comment. So we started. So I think it was NBC5 had a cameraman and one other network, but it was like there weren't even any anchors there, like to ask about like actual Harvey residents. Like I said, me asking about the LGBT community of what is it like to be gay and in Harvey when your politicians come out and say horrible things about gay figures. They just like had nothing to say. And then they ended up, after our little press conference, I saw they were off to the side asking Coley questions, and then boom, they were out. It's crazy. I'm sorry. This is not media. This is not media. This is just, it's not how it should be. Extremely disappointing. Now let me see if I can find this point where I go off. Nope. Nope. Oh, I lost her there. Oh, maybe it caught a little bit at the end. Let's see. Hold on. She was moving her camera, but then I went off. And of course, I wasn't filming at the time because I was just irate. I was like, "Where? What are you guys doing? Like, what? You're doing your own press conference over here? Like." So this was like totally on the side. Oh, and then I didn't even realize that the mayor. I found out that the mayor scheduled this thing, his interview with ABC, at the same time as our press conference. Of course, right? So it's just more trying to divide, confuse. It's not that kind of coverage is not ultimately gonna help us, So now that said, I'm glad the media was there. I hope they come back. It's nothing personal. I'm not saying, I'm not swearing off the media and the mainstream media and saying, oh, they're horrible. But I just want us to have critical eyes and ears. Okay. So when you listen to someone like Burgundy and you watch her videos on Dalton versus if you tune into WGM, Fox 32, NBC5, you're going to see different emphases. You're going to see different stories. You're going to see different coverage. And be critical and ask, like, well, what am I missing? What questions are asked? What questions are not asked? YouTubers are the new Daily Herald. Exactly. I thank God for all of you YouTubers and wonderful independent-minded people out there that are curious about what's going on, because honestly, yes, I think that is the future, especially as we have a lack of local reporters, period. There's just a huge lack. We need you. We need you to ask questions. We need you to be to discover that what is really going on in places. So let's see. Okay, I think you can see a little bit of my rant here. Let's see if it will play. Thank you, Vivian, for the coverage. She covered by the way, to go back to the beginning, look, bless her heart. Look, she was there. So we were waiting to get
Absolutely.
Supporting our dear sister.
There's Martin. Thanks, Martin. We were all getting set up.
Keep going.
That's one of the best.
DJ, yeah, you got to go.
Yeah, it's one of the best gimmicks.
I got the big one.
Tyrone was also there. Tyrone Muhammad. I had not met him, but I was enjoying his little commentary last night. He was making little comments himself. Does anybody know Tyrone Muhammad?
Stick it in there. Stick it in the basket.
Yeah, no thanks.
There's no money in there. Probably about 20.
Yay, thank you, Vivian.
Parents started a flower stand in the 1940s that later grew into Wausau's grocery store.
I was talking way too fast.
They did it on purpose.
I'm proud because our team.
I was talking way too fast. No apologies, had that angle. Right. Yeah. So this is Vivian. Again, thank you so much. So Vivian, we watched the network coverage, right? We watched a little bit of video that one of my interns took. Now we're watching a YouTuber. But like I said, look at the difference in what is emphasized. Now, Vivian didn't ignore, the Colby versus Clark thing. But I'm just saying, do you see how you're getting a fuller picture of like actually the whole community? Look at, this turnout was just, I was so pleased. I was so pleased to see everybody come out.
I'm proud.
And then at the end, I gone over there and I was like, okay, what's going on over here?
I'm voting for Kobe.
This is the CBS guy, and I was the I hope the StreamYard's not acting up again. The CBS guy, and I think it was the WGN lady was there. And then they were gonna pack up, and I'm like, you're not gonna cover anything on our anti-bullying message. You're not gonna cover anything on the LGBT community and the bullet. Like, this is Pride Month. Like, you don't think we have gays here? You don't realize, you don't care that the she moonwalked right into it. Oh, I don't get what you mean by that, Crook. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, that like I had shared during the meeting, the suicide rate and the homelessness rate for LGBT Black people, particularly youth, is very high compared to other groups. You know, I mean, this is the kind of thing to me. It's like, how can you not cover that? And then I said, oh, well, I think at the end I said like something like, well, we're the gays. We're used to getting ignored or something. Let's see if she caught that.
Why did everybody go to the front? Just to clarify, I'm really upset. I worked my ass off to schedule a press conference at 6 p.m. So I don't know what in the hell went on up there, but somebody else purposefully scheduled it to coincide. Because I have a message I want to get out. Hello? We're not going to be bullied. And this kind of division and coming in and trying to make all kinds of trouble, I'm not going to tolerate that. So I don't know who did that, but I am not happy.
I want to tell you why.
I scheduled a press conference at 6 p.m. or right there, and then someone else, I guess, scheduled one for exactly the same time. So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know we stand united against bullying, against division.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got to end.
Why is Amazon paying me $600?
Okay, so she didn't catch all of it. Did Diana's catch it? Let's go see if maybe Diana caught it.
You know,
yes. That's our city council meeting. That's our city council meeting right there.
Yeah, we're not important. That's okay. We're just a whole bunch of poor people. We're poor.
Yeah.
Poor Black people that nobody cares about. That's okay. I get it.
That's all city council.
Okay, let me find Diana's. No apologies, right? Why does it? That drives me nuts. How the when you search, like, it doesn't show the creators. Wait, where she's over here? She's got to be over here. Here she is. Diana's still. It says she's still logged in. Lady Luck Club is too. Burgundy, Foxy. Oh, I'm surprised Foxy didn't stop by tonight. Oh, thank you, Crook. Yes, that's what I wanted to find. Yes. Brother with a blue hat, can we put his name in the chat, please? Oh, okay. Wait, let me see. Let me look to see who he was or who he is. What the hell is going on? I didn't watch that. I wonder what Diana said in that one. Ryan Clark Conference. Oh, thank you, Diana. I really do appreciate everybody that came out. I was so pleased.
We might just have.
We're all worthy of dignity and love and respect.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she got a pretty good view too, huh?
Bullies who continually try to silence us to live in fear. What do we say to that? We say no. Tell those bullies no, everybody, right?
I just like to say happy Pride Month. I stand here to differences. The differences that are uniting us.
Yay, Colby. I love this guy.
To just simply refine art, bring it back to its roots of connection, unity, camaraderie, change. So I wish that you use the answer.
Me a job. I was gonna put a coat on. I said, is it even illegal for us to move us from public property?
Oh, yeah, and I'm sorry, I totally missed that. So when we were there, the Harvey police were basically saying, okay, you got to move. Shoo. I'm like, we're on public property. There's plenty of other spaces to park in. We're not blocking the way. Why? So I was packing up. and then and we were all moving over there anyway, but that's why I was pissed, because then by the time I got over there, I was like, they were basically in the like almost done with a different interview. I'm like, was there a separate press cut? Like, what the hell's going on?
Because people they're going to want to
Well, that's they should say that.
Like I said, they should talk to the camera people, not
Yeah,
us.
right. I still got myself.
This is great, Diana.
So I think the piece here is that when the state's attorney's office has an opportunity to make full review of the entirety of what occurred on Monday, April the 28th, I think that they'll make a good decision favorably, and I'm very hopeful favorable.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
For myself, this has been a long flight since May 8th.
And then people were coming over slowly, since we had been displaced from the other place. Let's see, and then yeah, she caught it when
and I'm very excited.
She caught it when I went off. Oh, there's Amina. Yeah, Amina was back there with the color hair. She's with the hard and gold hair.
She's trying to see. They kicked her off the fight. Walking on Halsey Street.
I want to get out. Hello. Hi.
Oh, here's me.
Because I have a message. I want to get out. Hello. We're not going to be bullied. And this kind of division and coming in and trying to make all kinds of trouble, I'm not going to tolerate that. So I don't know who did that, but I am not happy.
I want to tell you why.
I scheduled a press conference at 6 p.m. for right there. And then someone else, I guess, scheduled one for exactly the same time.
What was your press conference?
So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know we stand united against bullying, against division.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got to answer.
Bullying and division.
Listen, press, I want you to see something. Press, I want you to see this. Look over there. How many policemen are coming to a city?
You don't see that in the neighborhood.
Cameras and look at that. These are people that sit here in our city council meeting are going to be surrounding us while we're talking. Right here.
And how did Mayor Clark schedule an interview when I already had something?
Look at all those policemen. Look at the commanders. Look at all of that. That's for our city council meeting. That's our city council meeting right there.
Yeah, we're not important. That's okay. We're just a whole bunch of poor people. We're poor, black people that nobody cares about. That's okay. Yeah, I get it.
Wow. Y'all see all the police presence?
They got the Deltas in the house, huh? How you doing? Say the Deltas in the house, y'all.
What a coincidence, huh? Mayor Clark calls an interview at the same time as the press conference.
Tell him, Ryan.
That's okay. Remember, we're just all poor, black, ignorant, gay people. We don't matter.
Oh, we can't stay in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, and they had already kicked us out of our one spot, but yeah, that the whole thing was just very shady with that. I don't know. So I still don't understand exactly what happened, but none of the gay stuff got into the mainstream media, which is very sad. Colby was supportive of us. She showed up and everything. She did. Yes. I'm so glad that she, I still got to figure out who you met with in the blue hat. Maybe Bernard? I don't know, but yeah, thank you, Diana. I'm so glad you shared that, because that was pretty good. So I don't know if people understood like why I was upset, but it's just, I don't know, especially when you've seen all the stuff in Dalton and Thornton Township and how people, I don't know how to explain it with it's a lot of division, chaos, and then, like I said, not really getting the stories, the complete stories and the stories that matter. Yeah, it gets frustrating. And then I can say myself as a gay man, and for a lot of the LGBT community, I guess we just get used to being ignored, It's sad. It's really sad. So, I mean, at least I'm glad some of the YouTubers covered it. But yeah, it's disappointing. I was very disappointed in that.
Huh? You want to speak?
And then, of course, then we couldn't even wait around that long because you have to go in and sign up for public comment, or they'll take the public comment sign up away, which is stupid.
Seriously, the much shooting they got around here.
You're so welcome. I love what you do.
Oh, thank you. Love and support. Thank
Oh,
you.
I love
Thank you.
our little rainbow people. Oh, that was the guy, Tyrone. Yeah, does anybody know who Tyrone is? At 25 minutes? Okay, I'll look it up. I'm surprised Burgundy doesn't want to come on. So yeah, shout out to Vivian and Diana. So go follow their channels. Vivian's is Survivor. Your favorite Survivor. Diana, no apologies. And if any, I wanted to, sorry, it got so late again, but I did want to talk about not only the LGBT community, I feel like gets ignored in Harvey and in the South End in general, but our Latinos. That was one of the messages of the press conference. Again, it was not just, anyway, I wanted to present a united front and have everybody there. And it just, I felt like it didn't come across like with the mainstream media like I wanted it to. But I guess that's why the locals covering stuff are so important. But yeah, if anybody wants to talk Latino issues, that's a whole other thing that we need to discuss. Oh, and I meant to call. I meant to check up with him about yesterday. So 25 minutes. Okay, I'll look back, Crook. Let me see who that was. $25. I just see police officers. Oh, yeah. Look, this guy. Yeah, this is Bernard. Yeah, he's my neighbor. I don't think he's not on. He's on Facebook, but I don't think he's on YouTube. Yeah, is that what you're talking about? Oh, the Furious Five. Napoleon Jones. What is that? Napoleon Harris, Thaddeus Jones, Will Davis, Napoleon Harris, Thaddeus Jones, Will Davis. So maybe I'm missing. Oh, the Speaker of the House. I'm missing someone else. Probably missing someone else. Hmm. So I think, yeah, I think that's who you meant. You're talking, yeah. Wait. Oh no. Are you talking about the gentleman who spoke on camera? Wait, you're talking about Mazurk. Mazurk? Old school. He spoke after Colby yesterday. He spoke during our official, like the official Harvey press conference. I think you probably meant Mazurk. Let me see. Let me see if I can find him again. But yeah, look at the police. The police were like chasing us away.
And what is right. Not just winning. Because when you say you want to
Like they
win,
finna
that
move
means
us?
that there's no guidelines set. What's really going on in this city?
Yeah. That's Mazurk. Yep. Yeah, he gave excellent comments too. He's always great at public comment. You wanted me to let you know? Okay. Yeah, so that is Mazurk. Oops. Yeah, he's good at that. He's a good public commenter. And then
Camera people. They want us to move from the. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail.
oh, for Diana, she's like, I'm
I
out
got
here.
more police coming. I ain't seen us no police. Am I? Oh.
What's really going on in this
From the. Ain't nobody.
winning. Because what's really going on in this city that things will change.
They want us to move from the. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail.
I don't think everyone would have gone to jail, but yeah. Yep. Yeah, Mazurk Irvin. Yep. I mean, at least I guess they did include some of the public comments from Mazurk and Melville, which was good. But again, the whole thing about Tyrone and all of his sex stuff, like nothing. I'm like, who enables Clark? It's the 4 aldermen, and I spoke out about them in my public comment. That didn't make it into any of the mainstream media, but that's okay. Let me pull up a. Yeah, let me pull up something to share with you. I just have to remember where I have it. I think it's in photos. I know, and I was like, "Oh, Diana, they would." I don't think they would. I think, yeah, sometimes she gets scared, but I always think I don't think they would bother you. I don't think they would bother you, girl. I should see if Burgundy's still up and be like, Burgundy, come on and talk. Let's see. Berg. Let's see if she answers. I don't know if she'll answer. $25 is where walks over to the second lot where media was standing. Oh, where who walks over? Where Diana walks over?
Hey, leave a message.
Okay, so she's probably busy. Hope I didn't wake her up. Uh-oh. I know I tend to be up late working and stuff. I know not everybody's on a late schedule. All right, so I had pressed I posted this the other day. I shared about the press conference. I still feel like that's maybe why Clark's scheduled something or tried to do something weird, because I had already scheduled something for Harvey and the gays and everything, but whatever. Look at the comments, though. Chris Moore, who can be all over the map. He was against Clark for years, and now supposedly he's for Clark. I don't know what's going on. But I really liked, I had to show, oops, come on, damn it. I have to share his comments that he made on this post. So the post was about, our press conference and opposing the bullying, et cetera, right? No, he says, I believe talking about Mayor Clark. Those skills as a prosecutor. Sorry, I didn't put it on the thing, did I? I just realized. Oh, Diana. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, now you guys can see now, right? Okay. Let's go back. So this was the post that he's commenting on where I was, sharing about saying, come out at 6 p.m., saying no to the bullies, et cetera, speak up, which is important. That is the message. It's not that there's one man fighting one woman. If Colby gets into, even if let's say she runs for mayor and she's elected mayor, if we don't fix the problems, one person, Harvey can't just have one person as a savior. Listen to that again. Harvey cannot have one person be a savior. Everybody must come out, come to the meetings, vote, run for office, speak up, do something. Now, not each individual doesn't have to do everything, but everyone should do something. And I don't care if it's Colby or, Jesus Christ in the flesh. There's no one person who's going to magically solve all the problems for Harvey. So I think that's the message I think that often gets lost. Same thing, like I said, for the township and for Dalton as well. Certainly hope people don't think that Napoleon is going to be the savior. Like I said, he's been ignoring all the problems in Harvey for years. So anyway, Chris Moore says, can you guys read okay? Oh, that's better, huh? That's nice and big. Those skills as a prosecutorial attorney come to light in this video. What I find interesting in all of this is Alderman Tyrone Rogers is in full agreement, I think he meant agreement, with everything Chris Clark is saying, yet his drawers are dirty. Chris Clark eloquently talks about how no one cares about kids, and he's absolutely right. So he doesn't focus much time on them himself. But the real fact is no one cares about Black women in the city of Harvey. And I was like, what? Like, where is he going with this, right? But stick with me, and I think he makes a very good point. Case in point, Alderman Tyrone Rogers has been accused of over 30 women. I don't know if that's the correct number. Beware. Sometimes Chris Moore exaggerates sometimes, okay. of over 30 women being sexually assaulted in some type of way or degree over the years, and these are the women that the state was going to put on in his sexual assault trial when a woman was allegedly raped and sodomized in the basement of Harvey City Hall. Now, this is what I think is so key. Oops. Come on, zoom in. There we go. No, stop zooming. And I love how he turned this around. So when the mayor was coming after me, oh, I do. I have audio in the back, honey. What is it? Do you still hear something? Is it good, Crook, or do you still hear something? Hopefully it's okay. It's good. Okay, good. Excellent. So in I don't know if you all remember, but when in the video on the 28th, when the mayor was coming for me, he said something like, he was like, oh, well, we should check on that child that you allegedly abused. Is he okay now? Does he have any psychological issues to resolve or something? Blah, 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 blah. So this is why I like Chris Moore's point. It's very valid. And he says, okay, but what about caring about Black women? All those women that Tyrone was accused of, not just accused, actually charged, not hearsay. Like, we looked up the article the other night. These were legit charges. What if we were to care about women and ask one of those women, are they okay? Do they have any psychological issues after surviving Tyrone Rogers? Remember, Tyrone and Delaney were the ones that were giggling when the false accusations against me were made. Now, to me, this is the real nitty-gritty stuff. So let's look at the people who are laughing. What if, I agree with this, what if we were to care about women and we asked one of those women that Tyrone Rogers has been charged with, doing these various sexual crimes against, are they okay? Did they have any psychological issues after surviving Tyrone Rogers? Because I guarantee you, if we could get some of those answers, I don't think that neither Tyrone nor Delaney Smith would be laughing during these city council meetings, So I mean, there's some really, really serious, heavy issues that need to be answered. To my knowledge, the only true crime and or incident where Tyrone was held accountable in some way was the settlement that was paid out, that we paid as taxpayers, $400,000, because I think he told this one superintendent, like, you're itching for an ass kicking or something like that, threatened her because she wanted a forensic audit. So, and feel free, like I said, give me some feedback. Crook, if you want to come on to talk, that's great. But does that make sense, though, what I'm saying about, like, there's a difference between reporting surface action and making the Harvey and the South End story be about drama versus what I want us to do as investigators and as YouTubers and as concerned people, which I'm grateful for all of you, is, ask the hard questions. What makes me really sad is that, when people like Burgundy Blue when she tells me some of the questions that she asked that I think are the oh, this one person just commented on the live earlier. Delaney Smith, what a special person. Perfect comment. What was I saying? Oh, when Burgundy was asking, like she told me some of the stuff she was asking, and she just got brutally bullied and harassed, and basically they were trying to shut her down. But it's like she was trying to get, I think she still is trying to get at the root of like, but what I want to really know, where's the money going? Who benefits from government jobs and monies and favors in Dalton and in Thornton Township? Like, isn't that the kind of stuff we want to know? And then for the people like Tyrone Rogers who and Delaney Smith, but in this case we're just mostly focusing on Tyrone, who want to laugh and be Chris Clark's little amen corner, amen, hallelujah. When he's, accusing me of horrible sexual crimes that are not true and are baseless accusations, he has no proof for them. But when he's going to treat that like entertainment and laugh, what happened to all these women? I mean, I would say if you know any of them, or if they're listening, or if they see this video, feel free to reach out and contact me. RyansGayChicago.com has all my contact information. But we deserve answers. We deserve to know what happened to all those women. Are they okay? I really wonder. I wanted to get, let me maybe ask in my group chat, one of my group chats, to see. I wanted to see if one of our Spanish speakers could come on and share their perspective. Were their names made public? You know what? I don't think so. Actually, I guess we could look it up, right? Maybe that's something we should be able to Google, I think, right? Yeah, sorry, let me close this and see. How do I go back? Did we have anything else from? Oh, did you guys see my flowers? Yeah, I was very pleased with my flowers. They're turning out pretty darn good. And then last night, I basically went over a summary of the meeting last night. We had some great public comments. The departmental reports were super, super, super boring and just blah. Here, I'll show you my flowers. Here are my flowers, my flowers. This is an apple tree that I planted. This is my other apple tree that still hasn't given me apples. My cherry tree. Oh my gosh, if you guys want to come over and help me pick some cherries, it's going to be yielding fruit soon. I'm so happy, but it's like, ooh, Ooh, I get a whole bunch of cherries at once. My roses. And these are one of my wonderful neighbors. They were the first. They said they were the first Black family on the block in 1971. Here's some more flowers, some petunias and roses. I just thought the sky and everything just looked really pretty that night too. And here's my rainbow flag. Yay! Hallelujah, Jesus. Our houses, just good old, solidly built, but average wood frame bungalows. Very, very Harvey. Very Harvey. I was trying to transplant these grasses. We'll see if they come back. If not, I'll have to get some more. But I don't know if anybody likes flowers, but I ended up planting perennials. I spent a little bit more. I believe these are dianthus, and this is a daisy. These purple ones, I forget what they're called. It's weird because the color didn't really come out in the photo, but they're purple. Oh, look at my orange shirt. Hello. Okay, so that's those. But let's do a search. Okay, Crook. Maybe it's just you and me, huh? I guess I must have picked a bad night to I didn't mean to be on too late either, but oh well. Let's see. What's that one website where you can go, Tyrone, where you can go to view lawsuits? Is this him? Is it Justia Law? Is that the one? Isn't there a website that has a listing of lawsuits? Got the Rogers. Oh, going through them now. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, and obviously I don't want to dox or do anything inappropriate, but I was just curious to see. I don't think this is the same thing in Raleigh. I think this might be a different Tyra Rogers. Yeah, I think that's a different one. Oh Lord, how would we find out? Oh, here. Yeah, this involves McCaskill, so it should be. Keisha McCaskill. Oh, was I misspelling her name? Is it Kisha? Tyrone Rogers. Okay, it doesn't say a middle initial. What was this? So this is a case of Keisha McCaskill versus some people in Harvey, or in Harvey government. Oh, it was a petition objection for when Rogers ran. Okay. Yeah, we have nonpartisan consolidated elections. You'll save and report. You gotta have your rep sheet. Do you have anything that you can share with us now that obviously nothing that like I said, nothing that I'd be curious to share that. That's cool. They have cameras in the courtroom. I'm assuming this is not our target. No, not our target. Doesn't appear to be our Tyrone. How about if I do Tyrone Rogers Harvey lawsuits? And then see what comes up there. Yeah, I see the stuff with the superintendent case where he had to pay. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that was a big settlement because Harvey police got sued for something crazy misconduct. That was the one case he was involved in. Adams versus Board of Education, I believe. Yeah. This was where he was accused of rape at the municipal building. From crook to what is that? I don't know, but it's funny. Harvey School District Board sexual assault number. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I think we looked at one of those yesterday. I thought there was, but I don't know if that had the. Did that have any? I don't know if that had any names. Let me copy that. I don't know how to copy that. StreamYard. StreamYard. Hmm. No, this is interesting. Wait. Hmm. Truman Rogers. Why did that show up? Okay, that's random. That was a lawsuit. Oh, Denard Eves. Yeah, he was the former police chief. Okay. Oh, I was gonna go back to the original one too, just to see. Because isn't there a website? I'll send you those links from Funny Politics to essay. Yeah, yeah. Isn't there a website you can go to look at to look up? Let's see. Look up lawsuits online. Let me see. There's Pacer, or I thought there was other stuff too. Should I try this one? Westlaw Edge docket search. It's sponsored. Or you can tell us what you use. Request a free trial. What? What do you use, Crook? I never understood having to pay for court records. That should all be open. We're going to do a little experiment. Let's see. Oh, you have to. That's interesting. Do you have to pick one? Civil law, chancery, and domestic relation, probate. Would it be under here then? Wait. Oh, okay. You can search by name. Okay, let's see. I'm just curious. Let's take a look. Go to the employee list of who's working what and how much they're getting paid. Yeah, that's true. I'm still waiting on hearing back from that. I do have some lists, but I think it was from like a year or two ago. It's not the most up to date. Oh, there's the O'Reilly lawsuit. That's one of the businesses, O'Reilly's. Oh, there was an Allied Tube lawsuit? Interesting. CHA? How would we know if that's our Tyrone? There was an eviction case? But the Allied Tube, that's interesting. Let's see what this says. Allied Tube, which is a company in Harvey, it says, this is in 1998, breach of contract. Defendant was Tyrone Rogers. AT&T Levitt tube. Interesting. Okay. Dress and data work. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's it for tonight, guys. Let's see. What did we cover? We went over the YouTubers versus the media reports. So I feel like we did that pretty well. I went over the Chris Moore comment, which I really appreciate. I did not touch on the Black LGBT youth, but that's okay. We could do that tomorrow. Alrighty. All right. That's it for now, guys. Signing off. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk again soon.